From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, RRR. This film has become synonymous with original Indian cinema, and the victory of the movie at the 80th Golden Globes has made all of India proud. So tonight it's a celebration of RRR. An Indian tale, an Indian music score, an original tale, an original score, an original movie, an Indian film rooted in India that becomes a global sensation. And with this celebration comes another reality check for faltering, failing Bollywood that has made it their business model to cut, copy and paste from the rest and from the West. Take a look at that iconic moment at the Golden Globes and then our big debate.
At the 80th Golden Globe Awards, RRR ensuring India was shining.
Goes to Naatu, RRR.
This is the first nomination and first win for this writing team. They win their Golden Globe tonight for their music and lyrics of Naatu in RRR. Accepting the award is M.M. Keeravani.
And I'm very happy.
Music director M.M. Keeravani collecting the trophy for the best original song for Naatu.
This award belongs to, in order of priority, my brother and the director of the movie, S.S. Rajamouli, for his vision. I thank him for his constant trust in my work and support. And Mr. Chandra Bose for his wonderful words as a lyricist. Mr. Rahul Sipliganj, along with Kalabhairava, who rendered the song with high energy. And N.T. Ramarao and Ram Charan, who are with us, who dance with full stamina for the song. Thank you all.
Naatu beat all contenders in the category. S.S. Rajamouli's RRR has put Indian original content on the global map. It's clear that at a time when Bollywood has taken the copycat route, aping the West, copying stories, facing a stark fall in revenue, compelling and truly Indian storytelling has made an impact.
भारतीय फिल्मों का शॉर्टलिस्ट होना और उसके बाद आरआरआर को जिस तरह से सम्मान मिला है, मैं बधाई देता हूं अपनी ओर से भी, पूरे भारत की ओर से भी, और ना केवल भारत में मनोरंजन किया, विश्व में ये करके दिखाना अपने आप में बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है। मेरी ओर से बहुत बधाई, शुभकामनाएं।
I definitely knew that this would be popular. I think we all knew that this song has an incredible joy and exuberance to it that would be infectious. But to this level, even I'm surprised that it's gotten so much love, and that we're seeing people dancing in the aisles all over the world to this song. Is just beautiful.
Tonight, RRR's win is a true celebration of Indian cinema. Let's debate.
You know, I could watch that whole Golden Globe sequence and everything that was said there so many times over. I intend to do that after the program today because we feel so happy, we feel so proud. It's such a big win. And it is a win, I think. And let me get in Kasturi first. I welcome Kasturi Shankar from Hyderabad, well-known actor, Madhuvanti, who's also an actor and a social activist, a political activist, Ramesh Bala, entertainment industry expert. We have Ruchika Agarwal on the top right of the screen, ladies and gentlemen. From Delhi, we have Sharmi Adhikari, who's a columnist on cinema, joining us from Kolkata. Manvi Taneja, actor from Delhi. Konika Sadanand, actor and lawyer from Mumbai. Shehzad Khan from Mumbai, well-known actor, and film and TV producer Shoaib Chaudhary from Mumbai. So we got a nice panel, and I think I'll give this a lot of time because I think I want to talk about this, and I want to encourage everybody to have full time to speak. So I'm actually dropping the last debate. I just told our producers, let's talk about this. First of all, this film, Kasturi, and the film's victory is all happening at a time when, over the last few months, if I may say about a year or more than a year, you know, cinema from the South is being critically and publicly acknowledged, looked upon, respected, loved and accepted across the country. Across the country, where it's cinema from the South is really leading the wave of a rebirth of a new Indian cinema. And RRR sort of today's Golden Globe Award is part of that, one chapter in that, don't you think, Kasturi?
In fact, there's just so many feelings welling up in me, and I'll try to organize my thoughts. First off, I have to say I'm so proud because Keeravani Garu, he and I have a story. He got a national award for Annamaya, which I was fortunate to be part of. So we go a long way back in my filmy career as well. I congratulated him, and he was able to return a note of thanks as well. So happy for the team of RRR, for the genius of Rajamouli, for the energy of the entire movie. That said, I also wanted to say, you know, the face of Indian cinema today, and this has been the way for a few years now. India's entry to the Oscars, which almost came into running, almost came to the shortlist, missed very narrowly in recent times, was Visaranai, a movie by Vetrimaran. The Best Picture, the Best Actor awards nationally even have been going constantly and consistently to South people. The South has always actually been there.
Yeah.
You know, the Malayalam has always shown the way for good and strong tight script writing for emotional subjects. Malayalam and Bengali cinema actually paved the way for the avant-garde movie movement in India. So it has always been there. South movies have always been getting recognition in international film festivals. But the Oscars traditionally used to be a very if I may say so, a very English and very lily-white area where now the Golden Globes and the Oscars, it's been thrown open to any movie that plays in the United States. Before it used to be, you had to produce the movie in the United States. It had to, part of it had to be shot there, made there, produced there. Now, none of those rules apply. You just have to have had a theatrical screening in the United States.
Yeah.
That's why the market has opened up. That's why today Indian movies can, you know, forge ahead. There's 11 movies even in contention. It's a matter of pride. But again, let me say, South has always been there. Movies have always been. Jitendra used to always remake movies that were acted by Nageshwar Rao and Krishna in the South. But nobody knew. People already copied Rahman. 20 years ago, Muqabla was the most plagiarized tune in North India. But nobody knew the source. Today, the movie world has shrunk, and the people in the North have a choice. They have a choice to see the original, welcome the original, and appreciate the original. That's why today you're seeing the South reigning supreme.
I think that's very well put. I'm not trying to run down anyone, but I must say today that I think I'd like to go to Sharmi next, because my view on this, Sharmi, is that today's film watcher, today's cinema viewer through OTT and other platforms, through the internet, is already exposed to the best of global cinema. You know, so people ask me, why did Lal Singh Chaddha do badly? Well, I say that I'm surprised it even did what it did, because it is a bad copy, a terrible copy with a whole lot of overacting. And by Amir Khan, you cannot deceive the cinema goer anymore. You did it at another time. And I'm so happy that Originality is winning. But before I get into that slightly adversarial tone of this conversation, let's celebrate RRR as well. This song, it's no copycat version, it's an original. It's, and the theme, the anti-colonial undertone resonates with the masses so well today. So the whole lot of things here. What do you think, Sharmi? How do you view today's award in an overall context?
Good evening, Arnab. First of all, congratulations to the team of RRR. It's a glorious moment. How I read this is, you know, with the OTT platforms becoming so big, the audience cannot be fooled anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole question of why would they take second-hand content when they are privy to first-hand originality. You know, veteran actor Anil Kapoor had said after RRR Blitzkrieg swept the nation that, you know, he started his career with Telugu and Kannada films, and the South film industry has always made good and original cinema. It's only, you know, many in Bollywood keep pretending that Indian cinema is only and only about Hindi movies. It's not. Most Hindi movies are rip-offs of South films. So I think this exposure has happened over the past few years. This exposure has happened because now the nationwide audience can see the original films because these films are pan-India. They are available across the country in several languages. They have great subtitles, and then they come on the OTT platforms. So why would I see a Dhadak if I can see a Sairat? Why would I see a Hrithik Roshan starrer Vikram Vedha when I have already seen a Vijay Sethupathi Vikram Vedha? Yeah. You know, I'm floored by the original. Superb. Why would I see a Gajani, a Murugadas Gajani starring Amir Khan when I've already seen the original Tamil original?
Wow.
Then, you know, you have several examples. Earlier, so many Tamil films were being remade. You had...
Yeah, please continue. Please
exactly.
continue. Yeah.
The remakes are really bad.
They're really bad.
The remakes are really bad. Like,
it's so
you know,
bad.
You had Rowdy Rathore, which
terrible.
is really bad.
It's embarrassing.
But the original is... Then, you know like... Even if you are seeing a Jersey starring Nani, it's amazing. Now, I wouldn't want to watch a second-hand Shahid Kapoor in it. You know, doing the same thing. He's just copy-pasting. You know, it's just a copy-paste job.
Yeah.
So,
it's so embarrassing.
You know, it's not just South. Look at the copies from the West. Bazigar is a copy of A Kiss Before Dying. Jo Jeeta Wahi Sikandar is a copy of Breaking Away, and these are great films. These are amazing, engaging thrillers.
Yeah.
So then you know you have, you know, Koi Mil Gaya was a copy of E.T. Why would I even tolerate?
It's crazy.
Substandard cinema.
It's crazy.
When I can see such amazing films.
Yeah.
You know, it's the click of a button.
And you know, with some great dubbing.
Bollywood is collapsing because of that.
Yeah, you know, with some great dubbing and with some excellent, you know, direction, excellent choreography, excellent presentation, superior technique. It's the art of cinema which really is being honored and respected across the world. And you know, I can see here there's a little bit of a I can see, what would I say, sadness. Sadness I can understand, Madhuvanti. Frustration, we don't know what the hell is going on out here. And, I just say about Bollywood, I say that, a few years back, one really, really mediocre, totally mediocre fellow from Bollywood said, yeah, we are nepotistic, so what? In that statement was this really conspicuous foolishness. I would call it conspicuous foolishness. Where you say, oh, we are nepotistic, so what? So it's basically we give a damn about you, the Indian viewer. We run Hindi cinema. We rule. We have the budgets. We go to Netflix. We sign the big deals. We know the big daddies in Hollywood. And today Hollywood is looking down upon it and saying, listen, you just didn't show that arrogance. You also ran down Indian culture. You run a series where a protagonist plays a fraud godman, where Hindu gurus are stereotyped as rapists and drug traffickers. You mock Indian culture. You display your arrogance, and you proudly proclaim you're nepotistic. But worse than all, and what is inexcusable, bad conduct is excusable, Madhuvanti. But you know what is not excusable? Is that you're copycats. Now you can make a 400 crore copycat, but it's still a copycat. And people, hate copycats. They hate copycats and they despise copycats. And that's terrible. I think Madhuvanti, it's a cue for those people who've been nepotistic copycats. Don't you think so? First of all, let's celebrate RRR. It's leading the way. A few thoughts from you about today's victory at the Global Globes, and the overall message it sends.
Firstly, Arnabji, I think the entire Indian industry, film industry, has to feel absolutely proud and thrilled and honored about this win.
Absolutely.
I don't think,
absolutely. Absolutely.
We cannot take it away. This is a win for India.
Yes.
This is not a win for just South India or Telugu film industry, or you can't categorize it like that. This is a win for Indian cinema. A person who has given original musical content has finally been recognized on a global platform. He hasn't copied even one note from somewhere else.
Not one.
Every single part of that music. And I come from a family of artists. I come from a film family in the South in Tamil Nadu. And I know that this man did not copy even a single note. Everything there was original. The lyrics were original. The dance was original. They just wore a colonial outfit.
Yeah, but that was the context.
Pant and shirt.
That was the context.
That was the context, exactly. The dance was original, and I can even tell you the origin of the dance forms that they actually used when they danced. Everything about this film, this song is original, and I think finally people are coming to understand that content is king.
Yeah.
If content is king, you are going to be recognized on a global platform.
Well said. Well said.
By cut pasting 10 Hollywood films and making a trailer of a movie called Pathan. You are not showing anything to the global film world.
Well said.
They've already seen it.
Well said.
And it is not just them. We have seen it in India. Thanks to Corona, for the past 2 years, we have seen every single Bollywood film, and every student, every rickshawala by the street has a smartphone. And he knows from which Bollywood, which Hollywood film, which Korean film, which African film, which French film you've copied your edit from.
Madhuvanti. Yeah, superb. You're on a roll, Madhuvanti. I'm totally with you on that. Superb.
I am proud today to call myself part of this film fraternity.
Beautiful.
And I'm glad and proud that this award has gone to a South Indian who richly deserves it. And I'm not trying to bring a North-South divide here.
No, not at all.
Because all the technicians and cinematographers of the South are being roped in by all the Hindi film actors and actresses.
Yeah.
Let's start from Rekha ji to Sridevi ji to Jayaprada ji to Hema Malini ji. They're all South Indians who've made it so big in Hindi cinema. They are the reigning queens of Hindi cinema. So I'm not talking about a north-south divide here.
Absolutely
Mr.
not.
My uncle, Mr. Rajinikanth and Mr. Kamal Hassan have proven their mettle
Yes.
in Bollywood and across the world as
Yes,
universal
yes.
icons.
Yes.
So we are not talking about any divide here.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this cut, paste, edit, cut, copy, paste, edit technique is not going to work anymore. Certainly not at the Golden Globes. And I am hoping this trend continues and good content goes to the Oscars because you find Kantara, you find Kantara, you find RRR, you find even Rocketry, which is made by a South Indian.
Rocketry, absolutely. What wonderful research in that film. Yeah, what wonderful research, what simplicity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
About a South Indian scientist.
Yeah.
These are films that have gone into the race.
You see
the race for the Oscars. I think this is brilliant. So I think we have to sit here and celebrate.
Yeah.
And every single person sitting who thinks that Bollywood owns the Indian film industry, please sit back, take a moment, introspect, and try and change.
Well said, Madhuvanti. I now want, before I open up for debate, I would like to welcome Ramesh Bala, who's very respected voice, writer, expert on the entertainment industry, and he's joining us from Chennai. Mr. Bala, thank you for coming in today. People are saying there are many reasons why RRR is leading the way. And one of the reasons, of course, is originality. There are many others. But in the context of the overall evolution of Indian cinema, the changes it is going through, and the fact that there is no monopoly of any language anymore, or any part like Bollywood, there's the monopoly of Bollywood being over, typically defined. How do you see all this, Mr. Bala, and what are the lessons here, and what's the overall trend?
Thanks for having me. See, the biggest thing is Bollywood has become one of the regional industries in India.
Regional industry, yeah.
Yeah, just like Tamil and Telugu, Bollywood is just a regional industry. But unlike Tamil, Telugu or Bengali, we have our own culture to showcase. Bollywood doesn't showcase our rooted culture. Kantara, or RRR. If you take RRR, it is about two freedom fighters from Telugu states with a fictional story. You know, it has reached the Oscars. Take KGF or Pushpa. They are based in Karnataka or Andhra, which have reached pan-India wide. But Bollywood no longer makes movies which are rooted in our states or our culture, you know. So it is no longer having an appeal. So now we know it's going local, is going global. Kantara is a sub Karnataka movie which has done well all over India. Who would have thought a few months back a local Kannadiga customs movie can make it all over India? So it's time Bollywood also comes back to our roots. See, the problem with Bollywood is it's not knowing which state, like is it Maharashtra or Gujarat or, I mean, it is not showing our culture and our traditions.
Well said.
So, yeah.
Well said. You know, you please carry on, Mr. Bala. I'm so in agreement with you today. I'm so in agreement with you, and I believe that the time has come as we move towards truly being a superpower. The time has come for a growing sense of self-confidence. You know, you need to be sure of where you are, who you are, what your culture is, the depth of learning of your language, your culture, your history. And unfortunately, Bollywood does exactly the opposite. And viewers, these are very learned voices today. For example, let me tell you, Shoaib and Shehzad, don't mind, Konika, don't mind, you don't have to become advocates of Bollywood. In fact, you shouldn't be. But I was quite shocked when I heard that this trailer came out of this film called Pathaan.
Time to speak first.
There was a film, there is apparently a film called Pathaan which is being released, and I have been told that the trailer is a complete copycat. And people, at least on social media, are saying, you picked up something from Captain America, picked up something from some Winter Soldier, picked up something from another flop film called The War, picked up something from Mission Impossible. And they said at least there Tom Cruise actually climbed the Burj Khalifa. Here you are doing those scenes on a chroma set. And so you're not only a copy, but the point is you are a terrible copy. You are a bad copy. And you know what? When you are a bad copy, you're a bad copy when you think the people of India don't know the original. The people of India, as already Kasturi said, have seen the original, appreciated the original, maybe watched the original so many times over that when they see this pathetic copycat number being done by Bollywood, they're going to reject you. But what is it? I mean, why is there, you know, have people run out of ideas? And I love that expression that Bollywood is just another regional film industry now. The hype is over. Come back on the ground and learn to appreciate others and look at the mistakes that you made. You know, this fake American accent, I don't know where I belong, the film is in Hindi, but it is shot in Las Vegas. I will impress somebody by doing a fake Tom Cruise number. I mean, if you wanted a job in Bollywood, you should have gone there. It's so sad. And especially because in the past, there have been so many great movies made by Hindi cinema that now even the Photoshop in a Bollywood cinema, even a Photoshop is copied. You know that, Kunika? Even a Photoshop is copied. It's so unfortunate. And people are seeing the originals and they are saying, stop this caricature. Just stop it. We can't take it anymore. But somewhere the message is lost. I don't want to do this, you know, I don't want to make the comparison, but as many experts before me have said, there is a lot of learning. There's a lot of learning. You know, I'll tell you one thing, Kunika, there's a word in English called authentic. Bollywood is not authentic. There has to be authenticity. You know, pretense doesn't impress anyone. Yes, please go ahead, Kunika. Yes.
So, Arnab, I must congratulate you, first of all, for turning a celebration into a controversy or a conflict. I mean, amazing capacity you have. Because today we are celebrating Indian cinema, and I'm so glad we are seeing Indian cinema as a whole unified, you know, in the global spectrum. But it's only on Republic that you're dividing it. Please don't divide cinema. Even please
don't be preachy. Please don't be preachy.
No, you know, I heard you speak. First of all, you have people on the
please don't be preachy.
Who we sit and just listen to you preaching. So you don't preach first, okay?
I'm just calling out copycats.
I would like to reply to what Charmi said first. Charmi said that Bazigar and some other remakes which were there, they were horrible or they were whatever. But I want to tell her that at that time there was no OTT, internet was not so widespread and people enjoyed it and they were hit films, okay? And what about the films that are being made now where the subtitles are in English? Don't you think the audience needs to see that subject or that topic in a language which they understand?
In a language they understand?
A lot of
what do you mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of Hindi speaking.
There's a presumption.
There's a lot of Hindi speaking. No. Listen to me. Let me complete. You gave everybody a chance. Let me complete.
No. I'll give everybody a chance.
Speaking bells, we don't speak Tamil or Telugu. And if it's a good subject and if it's remade in a Hindi language, I don't see any harm. Now, coming to how many people can read subtitles? Normally, the Malayali, Telugu films, which are great films and they've got great content, they've had a history of great content. And for me, there's no division. They're all Indian cinema.
Sure.
Normally, they are subtitled in English. Okay, so how many people can understand English or read English? Secondly, there are people who identify with their hero. Like it's in a cut-paste film, a person would like to see their own hero. So, for example, you're talking about Pathan.
What?
Of course, it's your favorite punching bag, but
you're justifying a cut-paste. No, I just want to stop you there. You're justifying cut-paste.
No, don't stop me. Let me complete. Kasturi, wait. Kasturi has an American accent, which you just spoke about.
No. I'm saying you're justifying copy.
My Indian accent.
You're justifying cut-paste.
How I speak.
No, I am justifying it. It's saying that if they identify with their hero in a cut-paste job,
how can you say their hero?
I don't say that.
How can you say their hero?
We don't make
are you saying that Ramcharan cannot be their hero?
Well, I'm saying
what are you saying?
Ramcharan's Triple R was taken very well by the Hindi-speaking audience as well, and that's a good change. But if a film like Pathan is being cut paste,
you're contradicting yourself.
With Charmi, one second.
But I want to point out one thing, Kunika, because you're being very unfair and being absolute. No, I'll tell you why. I shall tell you why. I shall tell you why. Allow me, please, Kunika. Allow me, please, Kunika, to point out where you have heard the sentiments of our viewers today. You have said, you have said right now, you have begun by saying, and please listen to me, you have begun by saying, and I agreed with you, with you till that point, that this is all a victory of Indian cinema. But then you contradicted yourself in the next sentence, and allow me to complete, please, to make a coherent point in response to your largely, in terms of logic, incoherent response. The point is, you followed it up by saying people would like to see their hero. And I say, why can't Ram Charan be their hero? Why do you assume it needs to be a Bollywood person who needs to be their hero?
Now with RRR,
what is this concept of their hero?
Accepted because the content carried him on that platform. But there was another film with Ram Charan came, I think,
interesting to share with you.
No. You have to let me speak, or no, but there's no point.
No, there is absolutely a point. I am letting you speak. I am extremely tolerant.
I want to tell you that if there's a cut-paste film made from a Korean cinema or something, and if there's a Shah Rukh Khan or Hrithik Roshan or whoever is there,
how long can you justify that?
Every film, I'm justifying it. Every film is not made for the Golden Globe or the Oscars. They are made for entertaining the audience in India.
But you are not getting the audience.
So the other, who said so? There are films which are hits,
you will make a bad copy.
Hits also.
Sharmi is countering you. Sharmi, what are you saying? Sharmi Adhikari is responding from Kolkata to you, please.
So my point is,
let Sharmi make a point.
Okay. So the thing is that if you make a copy,
auto rickshaws who work on the ground level and they enjoy seeing their hero in those.
What is the concept of their hero? Who is not their hero? Who is another hero? This is so wrong.
See, look at the
only Bollywood can have their heroes. And if you're from any other part of the country, you're not their hero.
Uttam Kumar was a Bengali hero, which he was accepted and engulfed with love by the Indian Hindi-speaking audience. Because when he came on a platform, which was a lovely film.
I think Sharmi is very upset with you. Sharmi, go on. Let Sharmi respond to you. I want to hear Sharmi. Why are you censoring Sharmi?
I would like to,
if Sharmi wants to say something to you, Kunika, Sharmi is trying to reach out to you. Sharmi is trying to have a conversation with you.
You know, what is this dichotomy and this hypocrisy? First you're saying that, you cannot divide the nation and you cannot say that RRR is a South cinema, it's Indian cinema. At the next moment you're saying the audience needs a belt from the Hindi face, which is Shah Rukh Khan. Now, just tell me something. In Bazigar, I understand you are bringing the point of Bazigar. If you see Bazigar and the way it has diluted it has butchered a kiss before dying, it is justifying crime.
She says.
It is justifying.
Incredible.
That doesn't matter. Kiss before dying is not my mantra.
Let her speak.
Is not my 10 commandments.
Let her speak. Sharmi, I'm loving your argument. Sharmi, you have every right to speak. She's going to bully you. She's going to bully you. She bullies everyone. Kunika is bullying you.
Since cinema.
Yeah, I want to bully you, Arnab.
No, you can't bully me. You can't bully me, so you're trying to bully Sharmi.
Arnab, can I come into the debate, please?
I want to tell you the story of Ram Charan and how he entered Hindi films. Do you know that Ram Charan, after he's Chiranjeevi's son, he had a very good debut in Telugu films, and then he tried for his Hindi debut. They actually remade Zanjeer,
which failed,
with Ram Charan in the lead, with Apurva Latia helming the project.
Brilliant.
And it bombed. It bombed badly. It is
what is the I am agreed. So I'm agreed. Look, Kasturi, I did a film with Chiranjeevi. I know Ram Charan's history, and I know about Zanjeer. So what I'm trying to say that when you get good content, I'm accepting it. Good content was the platform which gave Ram Charan the acceptance all over India.
Even we in South India,
so I'm accepting that. But when I say identify with their hero, now if Ram Charan comes in a Hindi film, he is going to be engulfed with the love of the people of the Hindi speaking too.
We found out the hard way that our products are rooted. There was a time when we couldn't sell our movies. I won't mention a producer who went from Telugu to Hindi, and he would say things like, he would say, you make movies that the West cannot identify with.
Exactly.
Because you look different, you look darker, you wear different clothes, your, the setting, the scenario is very different. And they had all these Karan Johar, cookie cutter movies, where a Chandni Chowk, some Mahal in Chandni Chowk is actually, in reality, a palace in London. And we were lapping that up for all these years. And now, when the West has, this is the same story of how Satyajit Ray was ignored in India, was not given a budget even to shoot Pater Panchali. The railways had to step in and fund his film. And then it goes and wins every kind of international acclaim. And then India finally rallies around
these guys are in
that
shock.
has happened to regional cinema for so long.
Madhuvanti, Madhuvanti, I don't want to provoke anyone right now. Kunika, can I get 2-3 other panelists in? Otherwise, they'll say they didn't even get a chance to speak. I say this.
Nobody is disputing that. Nobody is disputing that.
I'd say.
And I know because I have known people from the South industry. I've worked with directors from there. I've worked in the Hindi film industry with TV too.
Okay, now that the Bollywood has lost its position, question is, viewers, I also want to tell you, Shoaib, certain section earlier said, and RRR is making waves for its originality today across the world. Certain sections said this is a pro-Hindutva film. You know that, Madhuvanti? And in fact, there is this Bollywood actor who said, there's this Bollywood actor.
Nobody said that.
Allow me. If I start taking names, if I start taking names, and one of them said, one fading Bollywood personality said, RRR is a regressive film. And in certain articles, the movie was described, and I'll quote this for you. I quote this to you. It was called slightly chilling quality to viewers living under the constant threat of Hindutva authoritarianism. And someone else called it.
And it was called jingoistic.
Yeah, they did call it jingoistic.
I also want to add. There was a big problem that Sardar Patel was glorified in the final song.
Yeah, you know what they called it? You know what these people called it? I talk freely, I don't give a damn for what people think. But what they said was, they said, Shoaib, quote, one person quoted one article, a Brahminical Hindu fantasy of reality, unquote, which cannot, quote, escape the shackles of this troubling system, unquote, Western media outlet.
Arnabji, this is just very similar.
Shoaib, are you listening? I'm saying it seems a slightly softer version of the kind of brutal attack that the Kashmir files had unleashed upon it. You get my point, Shoaib? I'm coming to you. Shoaib is speaking, Ruchika is responding. Two hands up. Yes, Shoaib.
You will respond, please, after I've finished.
Yeah, don't be so angry, yes. Learn to celebrate.
See, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the team RRR.
You can do that with a smile.
Indian cinema.
You can do that with a smile, not looking like you burst an artery.
I do not see a difference. I do not see a difference between. See a difference between regional or Bollywood cinema. I see it as films, and you need to understand. I agree with Kunika ji. When there was no OTT platforms available for presenting your films, that's the reason why films are being made.
That's why copycats were made. But now there are OTTs there. Why are copycats being made now?
Cinema-going audience.
Why are copycats being made now?
You need to realize 57% of the total cinema goers belong to the regional cinema groups, and close to 40% belongs to the Hindi films. And when there was lack of OTT platform, there was no opportunities for regional cinema to present their
so you were helping. So you were helping regional cinema and helping Hollywood by making copycats.
No, that is all business prospects we need to understand. Just like you have.
You're saying it was a good business model.
An English channel and Bangla Republic.
No. One minute. My English channel and Bangla channel don't carry the same content. But you're saying that copycat was good business. Go on. I want to hear this.
No, that is the term that you like to call. I don't call them copycats. We have good content which were remade in different languages.
Good remakes.
To cater to different audience.
Okay. Good remakes. Ruchika, he's saying
remakes which would fetch good business prospects for us.
Good money by making copycat remakes.
The film Wanted, which was one of the biggest grossers.
He's fallen into his own.
Imagine, Arnab.
You forgot to mention Kabir Singh, which was an excellent film.
Imagine they're justifying.
Yeah.
Imagine they are justifying. First of all, I'm so happy. It's a glorious and a proud moment for entire India for winning this award. And finally, the genuine and original cinema is getting acknowledged and appreciated worldwide. That's the best part of it. And I think the Bollywood should take a lesson out of it. The problem with them is they don't make entertainment movies for entertainment anymore. They make projects. They make projects of 400 crores, 500 crores, 800 crores. And eventually what they are looking for is a return within the release first 3 days. What is the return that we are getting? Are we recovering those 500, 600 rupees that we've invested?
Oh, look at the arrogance.
But then you need to.
We are doing business. We are not here for charity. We don't want your charity, sir.
And the worst part is.
But along with creating
the worst part is they are not just cut copy paste from 10 movies. They are copying 100% scene by scene, dialogue by dialogue. Everything is copied. And the moment a movie like Kashmir Files hits them, they go berserk. They are talking anti about it. A movie like Rocketry, they were trying to demean. A movie like Rocketry, they were trying to demean the story, they were trying to demean the direction, they were trying to demean the entire script just by talking about the tilak on the forehead and that the lead goes to the mandir. This point to talk about it. I just put it under bad light and not talk about the direction, the research, the script, the story, and whatever the person has done about in the movie. They were silent about everything. Sunil Shetty goes to the chief minister and request, please request people not to boycott Bollywood. Yes, he goes to the Yogi ji and says, please request people not to boycott Bollywood. Come on यार, आप लोग अपना काम ही आप लोगों ने ऐसा कर दिया है. आप लोग कल्चर के बिल्कुल अगेंस्ट चले गए हो. You are talking anti culture these days. Why didn't he speak anything when Kashmir Files? So you need to ask that. You need to ask that to Sunil Shetty. You need to ask that to Sunil Shetty. ये आपको सुनील शेट्टी से पूछना चाहिए ना. बट आप लोग तब चुप थे जब कश्मीर फाइल्स के बारे में गलत बात बोली जा रही थी. You people were you getting low. Where did religion come in from?
Cinema goers.
We didn't talk about religion at all. Where did the religion come in from?
What are you talking about?
There is nothing about religion I've spoken. Nobody is talking about religion right now. But you people were the ones. You people were the ones who were talking anti-Kashmir Files. You were the ones who were talking anti-Rocketry.
I'll tell you one thing. Ruchika, I'll tell you one thing. 1 minute. Now, Shoaib, you got. There's one good thing about Bollywood. I'll tell you. And Shehzad ji, I must acknowledge, what is good, what is bad. What is good must be encouraged and must be spoken about. Kasturi, you know the good thing about Bollywood, Shehzad ji, is that they have a gigantic, बहुत बड़ी PR machinery. और ये PR machinery है, this PR, that PR, this type of PR, and then the PR has a relationship with certain channels and certain newspapers and certain journalists. Then they do PR pieces, then they do PR interviews, and PR. And at the end of it, there's one big disaster. Okay. Now the question is, you know, there is one lobby even called Bahubali, attacked Bahubali. Shehzad ji, pata hai main past ke baare mein kyun bol raha hu? They said, one lobby in a website said, Bahubali is casteist and supremacist. अरे भाई किस तरह की लॉजिक है? किस तरह की लॉजिक है? You called Bahubali casteist and supremacist and saying it is regressive. How is Bahubali regressive?
Yeah, it's progressive if you cast them. If you don't cast them, then it is casteist. See, that is the caste they were talking about.
And then they called Kashmir Files a harmful film.
Yeah, harmful to people who have been living on propaganda.
For 45 minutes, I'm just sitting silent.
No, please.
I'm feeling like a...
film ever made.
Not 45 minutes, Shehzad ji, not 45 minutes. 41 minutes.
41 minutes से मैं खामोश बैठा हूँ, सबकी बातें सुन रहा हूँ. सबसे पहले आप सबको नूतन वर्ष की शुभकामनाएं. Happy New Year to you all, and very happy that our film RRR has won the Golden Globe Award. हमें इस बात की बड़ी खुशी है. It's a हिंदुस्तानी पिक्चर है और ये सब बंटवारे जो है सब नहीं होने चाहिए। और आप
किस
एक
तरह
फिल्म
का
का नाम
बंटवारा?
ये है कि साउथ नॉर्थ ईस्ट वेस्ट ये सब
नहीं ईस्ट वेस्ट साउथ नहीं है, नहीं इसमें नहीं शहजाद जी एक ही बात है। शहजाद जी एक मिनट, आपने बहुत बड़ी बात कही, आपने बहुत बड़ी बात कही है। इसको थोड़ा सा मैं बहुत ही विनम्र तरीके से इसका थोड़ा सा ऑब्जेक्शन है। मेरी बात सुन ले, इस सारे विवाद में एक ही बंटवारा है और वो है कौन ओरिजिनल है और कौन ओरिजिनल नहीं है। ये सिर्फ कॉपी कैट और ओरिजिनल का बंटवारा है, इसमें कोई नॉर्थ साउथ वेस्ट का बंटवारा नहीं है। प्लीज
ये देखिए, अभी किसी ने कहा, देखिए हमारा हिंदुस्तानी फिल्म का रोमांस ऑस्कर से मदर इंडिया के टाइम से चला आ रहा है। आपको मैं एक बात बता दूं, मदर इंडिया के टाइम से ऑस्कर के लिए नॉमिनेट हुई थी, ऑस्कर के लिए मदर इंडिया तब से चला रहा। उसके बाद काफी फिल्में थी और उसके बाद लगान भी एक फिल्म उन फिल्मों में से थी। वो एक अलग बात है, वो ऑस्कर नहीं जीत पाई लेकिन वो वहां तक पहुंची। तो ऐसा नहीं कि बॉलीवुड का, अब ये बॉलीवुड क्या, ये हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री है, हिंदुस्तानी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री है ये। चाहे बॉलीवुड हो, चाहे उसका आपने बॉलीवुड कह दिया हो या टॉलीवुड या जो भी कौन सा भी वुड कह दिया हो, दैट डजंट मैटर। मतलब लोग इसको बॉलीवुड कहते हैं, साउथ की फिल्मों को टॉलीवुड कहते हैं और किसी और फिल्म को कुछ और वुड कहते हैं।
कौन कहते हैं टॉलीवुड? ये तो आप
पता नहीं, मैंने
इंडियन सिनेमा
पढ़ा है। ये न्यूज चैनल वाले ही कहते हैं, ये यूट्यूबर्स न्यूज चैनल वाले। चलो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है, कम से कम
बॉलीवुड वाले ही कहते हैं।
बॉलीवुड वाले,
हम बॉलीवुड वाले नहीं कहते हैं। बॉलीवुड होना,
बॉलीवुड टॉलीवुड ये सब हमने नहीं दिया इनको नाम। हमने तमिल फिल्म इंडस्ट्री, तेलुगु फिल्म इंडस्ट्री, इसीलिए हमने बोला था। हमने टॉलीवुड कॉलीवुड नहीं दिया, आपने दिया थे। टॉलीवुड दिए थे, हॉलीवुड, आप तो हॉलीवुड से बॉलीवुड ला गए, तो बॉलीवुड से कॉलीवुड और टॉलीवुड ला गए, सब कॉपी पेस्ट।
ठीक है ना। अभी देखिए जो भी वुड हो, बात यह कि हमारी फिल्में तब से ऑस्कर से नॉमिनेट हो रही है और हमारे फिल्में जो है बहुत ग्लोबल ऑडियंस है। हम बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि RRR को इतना अप्रिसिएशन मिला, अवार्ड मिल गया, उससे और ज्यादा क्या खुशी की बात। और ये आपस में ये आप डिवाइड कर रहे हैं कि ये नॉर्थ या साउथ, नहीं होना चाहिए। ठीक है, इंस्पिरेशन की बात अलग होती है। आप
इंस्पिरेशन
कट पेस्ट वो सब
एक बात पर, ये इंस्पिरेशन
हमारी हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री को डिमीन कर रहे हैं। इट इज इंस्पिरेशन, it is inspiration. We get, maybe the writer got inspired by that scene, so he thought it will work in this.
So
कोनिका जी ने बहुत सही बात कही, कोनिका जी ने बहुत सही बात कही थी कि भाई हर आदमी अपने हीरो को देखना चाहता है, अपने स्टेज,
अपने हीरो वाली बात बहुत गलत है शहजाद।
अपने अर्नब जी, आप मुझे
नहीं ये गलत बात है।
नहीं ये गलत बात नहीं है। मैं एक बात आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ, हर चैनल पे हर जितनी भी एंकर्स जो है वो आपकी नकल करते हैं। आप हीरो हुए कि नहीं? यू आर द
बिल्कुल नहीं और कोई नकल करे ये कोई अच्छी बात नहीं है।
आपकी हर चैनल पे जितने भी मेल
देयर इज नो नीड, देयर इज नथिंग फनी अबाउट इट।
सब आपकी नकल करते हैं,
देयर इज नथिंग फनी अबाउट इट।
आपकी नकल करते हैं।
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं, वो गलत कर रहे हैं ना, वो गलत कर रहे हैं। वो अपना करे, वो ओरिजिनल करे। नहीं आप मुद्दे पे आइए, आप सिनेमा पे आइए, आप सिनेमा पे आइए। शहजाद जी
यही करते कि बोलने नहीं देते लोग। आपने जिस वो ट्रेंड स्टार्ट किया कि आप पैनलिस्ट को बोलने ही नहीं देते। 41 मिनट से मैं खामोश अदाकारी की जलवे दिखा रहा हूँ, लेकिन आप मूवी की तरह आपने मुझे म्यूट।
शहजाद जी देखिए, मैं ये कहूँ कोई इसको कहे। इधर एक आर्टिकल निकली थी मानवी, जिसमें कहा, एक विदेशी अखबार में लिखा है कि दिस लाल सिंह चड्ढा इज अ फेथफुल इंडियन एडेप्टेशन ऑफ फॉरेस्ट गंप। Faithful.
It's not faithful also, it's not Indian also.
Yeah, ये क्या है? And Manvi has not spoken for 46 minutes. 46 minutes.
46 minutes she's been silent.
46 minutes के बाद. Yeah, Manvi.
So see, Arnab, making a remake is an art, what I believe, and a perfectionist can only make it a remake in a very good, as in I can hear my audio. Can you get it correct?
Yeah, please. But we can hear you.
Yes. So a perfectionist is only capable of making a remake in a very positive manner, and it is the way to attract the audience. So the movies are made to attract the audience. I can give you an example of Drishyam 2. When Drishyam 1 was released, it did really well at the box office, and the audience were literally waiting for Drishyam 2 to get released, and when Drishyam 2 was released, it really did well at the box office. And I would like to say, if we are debating here for RRR, what about A.R. Rahman when he won Golden Globe Award in 2009? We were not debating. We were not saying that Bollywood has won the award and Tollywood did not.
That was not a Bollywood movie. That was a British movie.
No,
exactly.
It was
and Drishyam was a remake of a Malayalam thriller. And Drishyam was a remake of a Malayalam thriller of the same name.
In all languages. In all languages.
गोस्वामी साहब एक बात देखिए, हम हिंदुस्तानी हैं, हमें खुश होना चाहिए, हम बहुत खुश हैं, आपको पार्टी देना चाहिए, आप जितने भी हैं सबको खास करके अर्नब जी आपको पार्टी देना चाहिए आरआर की खुशी में। कब पार्टी दे रहे हैं आप?
I would like to add one thing. There is Indian cinema. We should not divide this. We should not segregate the audience. The audience want to see the way. I totally agree with Konika ji. The audience wants to see it with their heroes. That's why there is a remake, and it's very difficult.
You are saying you should not divide, and then you're saying our heroes.
Manvi ji.
I mean, you're contradicting yourself. You are saying there, you are saying you shouldn't divide the audience, and then now you're saying their hero.
And let it be Indian
You're not saying our hero.
See, RRR.
I don't understand.
You don't shout.
अरे मैडम मेरी बात सुनिए, मेरी बात सुनिए, मानवी जी 2 मिनट, मानवी जी मुझे 2 मिनट दीजिए बस, उसके बाद मैं नहीं बोलूँगा।
Let me also speak. Be some section of society just want to divide and rule the audience. Why do you want to divide and rule the audience?
Who is dividing, ma'am? Nobody is dividing.
So why do you want to?
You are the ones who said their hero. We never said it. We said Indian cinema. We said we are proud of the Indian cinema. That's the first thing we said.
You also added cut copy paste. What is the harm in
Who divided? Who said their hero? We didn't say their hero. We said our hero. Our film. Our music director.
But you are saying their hero.
What is the harm?
Our hero. Madam, let me tell you.
You are not still able to accept that this is your film.
Zanjeer was the film which was made.
Okay, now everyone's talking together. I just said recently I saw Kantara. No, 1 second. I'll just say, Ramesh, I want to come to you. And just because Ramesh is polite, he couldn't get one chance to speak. I just saw Kantara recently, and it is the highest grossing film, beating all these mindless flicks. Mindless copy-paste flicks, you know. And these are not rehashed films. Tell me, what from here? You made a very straightforward comment, I think it'll get quoted, where you said that Bollywood is another regional cinema, right? What is the trend from here? Not just in India, but across the world, in the way they look at Indian cinema.
See, basically, for the last, going local is going global. So if you are going to make movies, if you look at Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon from China, or Parasite from Korea, it's basically we have to make movies on our stories, which would go to Golden Globes and Oscars. So, see, one thing is to start with Hindi movie industry. When a Hindi movie releases, it's like an orphan. Today, in Tamil Nadu, 2 movies are released, Ajit and Vijay. Entire state has gone to watch theaters from 1 a.m. in the morning. When a Hindi movie releases, it makes 90 lakhs, less than 1 crore on day 1. Whereas a Tamil movie in a Chennai multiplex, 7 screen makes 1 crore in a day. So
you mentioned you mentioned the film.
Hero, my hero.
No, you mentioned the film by Ang Lee, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And I tell you this, that when this film was released, I was in a fellowship in the UK, and along with it, it's not just the film. It is the whole rise of the culture that goes with it. It is, for a period of time, people started learning more and more about the culture behind it. They started talking more and more about how it was, the plot was there, the theme, the production, the use of Mandarin. So I think what's wonderful about RRR, and I hope there are going to be many, is the fact that the way people look at India will change. And I think that's the biggest contribution of films like RRR and Kantara and the Kashmir Files, ladies and gentlemen. Original
And
cinema.
Sher Shah, I would like to mention one more film, Arnab, Sher Shah. Sher Shah was also a very big hit.
Kashmir Files. No to Kashmir Files.
You see, just
The
have a big
worst
heart.
film ever
Arnab
made.
has
Shoaib,
to fix it.
Shoaib, have a big
that
heart.
Kashmir File is
The facts were
vulgar.
not correctly shown.
Why Arnab ji? Why no to
It is
Kashmir
a
Files, but
blot-
yes
it
to
is a
My Name
blot
is
of
Khan
Indian
and I'm
cinema.
not a
It is blot
terrorist,
on
is it?
Indian cinema,
Okay,
the Kashmir Files.
Which
posterity
was
will
made on
look back
foreign
and say,
soil.
this was
Kashmir
the
Files is
turning
a
moment.
vulgar and a
This was the
terrorist
turning moment. And here's the song. Here's the song, the most original song of the Rajamouli film, which the world is dancing to. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.